Hello!
No, hey, whoa, a second here. I'm still ranting at
Welcome
you.
to the post-E3 episode of Day One Patch Podcast. We didn't have a pre-E3 episode. I think I was busy doing something, probably playing a gig or whatever. Getting in the way of the video game time.
No, you grew up and got a job.
I also got a job.
We watched all the conferences.
We did.
What else
I'm
do you
talking.
need?
I'm talking the pre-show.
Yeah,
we didn't have a
we did do a
pre-show.
podcast last week.
I
thought you meant like the pre and post of like
No,
the
no.
E3 stuff.
No,
okay.
I was playing on a rooftop, and it didn't rain for once.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So E3 was the big news for this week. So we have a massive article here that Adriano.
Copy and pasted.
Yeah.
I
And
spilled coffee.
we're just kind of going to go through the conferences. And did you spill coffee on my couch?
I don't know. I don't think I did.
I don't think you did, dude. There's nothing there.
This
There's
is wet.
absolutely nothing there.
Wet. Feel it.
Don't feel a
You
random
may
wet
have-
spot.
Did you pee there?
It's Ryan's couch.
Yeah. So we'll go through the conferences. Anything new for you guys this week, though?
Started GTA 5 finally
On your PC?
on my PC.
And how's that look? Looking good?
Looks good. I'm still getting used to being able to switch between 3 different characters. 4 if you count the dog. But yeah, it was a long time coming, and because I bought it for 360, and I just never. I bought that game like day one on 360, never fucking played it.
And then you have an original Xbox, right?
Yeah, I have the old Inhale.
I remember there was having trouble on that console, and they actually told you not to install it.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't put it on there, because I was afraid it was going to break it. But now that thing's unhooked and sitting in my crawl space anyway. So
Do you remember what console Tim had when he brought it over? Remember when GTA came out and we were at your house, and Tim brought his TV and console
Yeah.
over to play it?
Hell yeah! And then
His
his TV
exploded?
Yeah, his TV exploded. It went like every color possible at maximum volume, and then played white noise suddenly. And the greatest part is he was like, "Man, check this out," and he was trying to show us something, and I was all like, and we couldn't shut it off. We had to unplug it.
So
We had to
is-
unplug everything.
Yeah.
something similar happened with me and in Red Dead. The first time my Xbox Red ringed,
Oh, jeez.
I came out of a cutscene, and like it was like all normal, and then it came out of a cutscene, and then the sky just started turning different colors in the background, and then slowly just like everything in the foreground and like everything around me started to turn different colors. It's just like reality was breaking down. It was like, I don't think this is part of the game, so that's when I
God.
turned it off. I turned it back on, and that's when it red ringed.
Jeez. What's amazing though is the new console, the new Xbox One. I think they made damn sure those things aren't going to red ring or overheat. You know,
But is it a liquid? Is it a liquid?
the One X has like some sort of liquid cool on the CPU, right?
That's gonna fucking
Sort of
break.
like vapor chamber.
Those are gonna break. Especially
I
because
don't
if people
know.
were like moving their because people like move their consoles.
no, but they
around.
understand this. I think they
I don't think
could
they-
engineer it somehow.
I don't think they. I've gone out launch window
I don't
consoles
think-
are
I
gonna
don't-
have like cooling problems.
I don't think it's like a traditional like water cooler with a pump. I think it's like
It's a vapor
chamber.
thing. Yeah, they said it
it's
was a vapor thing.
chamber,
Yeah.
I still sketch.
But the red ring cost them billions of dollars to fix. So they're going to make sure that none of these consoles break again. I hope at least. You know.
That was a mess.
But they fixed it though. Like they realized like if we don't spend this money now, like the Xbox brand is
'cause
gonna die.
It was Peter Moore who was actually in charge of the 360 I guess launch and stuff. And he went up to what was that goofy Microsoft guy?
Like,
Bill Gates.
No.
Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer. And said this is how much it's going to cost. I think it was like $4 billion, something like that, some crazy high number, right? And said this is how much it's going to cost to fix this issue. And he said, do it.
There you go.
It's nuts. Can you imagine going into the office and saying, "Yeah, we screwed up on this console. It's going to cost us billions of dollars to fix." You know, that must have been a horrible day.
I mean, he probably had numbers. He probably like, but we'll make this much and this much.
And it was still the best selling console. Well, you know, it had the lead for the longest time.
Yeah.
For that generation, basically stole that generation. Really, you know.
Yeah, 360 is pretty damn popular.
Yeah, and just odd to see that now it's kind of switched. Although both still popular. I haven't been playing much. I don't think.
There's not much right now. Like I'm kind of
right,
going
right
back
before
and playing old
E3.
stuff.
Yeah, everything's kind of laying low until the holiday season starts kicking in.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. All right, shall we get to it?
Let's dive into this monster.
I watched all the conferences except for Nintendo's because I was at work. But
I mean, Did anyone watch it? You watch Nintendo, right?
Yeah, I watched them all.
Okay, you'll be our Nintendo correspondent. But the first conference, which is not technically part of E3, but is around the same time, is the EA Play event, and that's put on by EA, obviously, Electronic Arts. Their conference was on June 10th, and they had some sports.
They had some Patriots come out and start playing a band.
That was pretty funny. Gave me a good chuckle. They had a bunch of goofy smiles on as they had their little drum line going. I'm not sure why these guys in suits think they know how to be cool and have musical acts and
EA is like the most bro company I find. It's not just because of the sports. It's because quite literally it's just the way they present stuff. I don't know. It's weird. And then the only real gamer part of it is the Battlefronts and the Battlefields,
which they devoted a lot of time to. I think 30 minutes almost,
which is good. And yeah, there was a stream too after or something like that.
They streamed a bunch of games afterwards, which is kind of neat idea.
Yeah,
so you can immediately see people playing it and stuff.
That fucking commentary during the Battlefront,
it got annoying.
That was bad.
Yeah,
that was.
And what's weird is these people have been on-air personalities for years, if not decades. Some of them, and they still seem just.
Yeah, but
they don't know what to say.
Yeah, but the difference is there's a difference between sitting in your room and just talking to a camera because you're pretty much just doing what you're doing at your own pace.
Yeah.
But trying to hold an audience's attention on a stage and trying to keep that pace, it's not an easy thing to do.
No.
And I wish fucking EA or whoever it is would smarten up and realize these people are not meant to be on the stage.
They need to hire actual on-air personalities.
Yeah.
They always try to make
as much as I find Aisha Tyler annoying at times, she has a pace and a presence to her which can keep a presentation going.
Yeah, she wasn't there this year too.
No,
yeah, it was weird.
Odd. Too busy on the talk, I guess.
Whose Line Is It Anyways and Archer and.
What was I gonna say? No, they always try to make jokes too. They should steer clear of the jokes if you're not that funny.
Yeah,
And they I think because they go for the obvious jokes.
Oh yeah,
and they just fall flat.
You got that guy. Whoa!
Yeah, I remember in the Battlefront one specifically, with two ships crashed in the air. And he's like, "That one's gonna hurt" or something like that. It's just no, you don't. That's not necessary.
You don't need to say that out loud.
One of the big surprising games was A Way Out. What do you think of this?
I think it's if I remember correctly, it was made by EA. Army of Two replacement. Sort of the Army of Two vibe out of that one.
Well, it was made by the guy who made A Tale of Two Brothers. Or
this was unveiled at the EA one.
Yeah.
I'm already blending them together. I thought it was the Microsoft.
It kind of stole the show a bit. Just to give you guys what was that game? Is it Tale of Two Brothers?
I know.
I thought it was
called Brothers.
Is it called Brothers?
Maybe.
But that was one where you control both characters with each stick, right?
Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. It's actually right.
Okay. So the same guy, Joseph Fares. Joseph Fares.
Damn it, man! With the names.
I don't know that this
Joseph.
I know it's
Fares.
Joseph because people call him Joseph.
Oh, Joseph. All right.
But yeah, this is it's basically like a prison break type of deal. You have two guys who are trying to get out of prison. Now, the concept of this game is that it's co-op dependent. It has to be played co-op.
Mm.
So either online with someone else, or
that's right.
or couch co-op.
They said online, but they said you really should be playing it.
They designed it for couch
which
co-op.
is really awesome.
And you can see it in split screen even when it's online, right?
Yeah, you always see it in split screen. Yeah,
so you can kind of scheme and change your plan.
and what's nice is it's not like that horrible split screen where you both have the tiny ass screens you can't see anything. It will dynamically change. So if one thing is more important, that will become bigger. Or if they're in a cutscene where there's more dialogue, that will be the main focus.
That will be a good Let's Play video.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be a fascinating game, and it looks pretty good. Another one we have: Need for Speed Payback.
Otherwise known as Fast and the Furious.
Everyone was saying Fast and the Furious. Yeah.
Otherwise known as every other Need for Speed game.
Well, you're not rating trucks in the other Need for Speed games.
It felt like every other Need for Speed game.
No, you can't just change it.
That in Assassin's Creed.
Driving
as soon as I saw the gameplay, I was like, "Oh, I played this game a million times before."
Driving at high speeds through a highway with oncoming traffic. That's
that's fair.
I just want my Gran Turismo to come out.
Isn't that the same as every other Gran Turismo?
Well, it's there. Each Gran Turismo is just an evolution.
Here comes the defense.
Hold on a second. Each Gran Turismo is just like a upgrade from the last Gran Turismo game, but those Gran Turismo games are different from any other racing series out there. They're racing simulators.
Yes. What about Forza? You ever play Forza?
Forza is I have played Forza. Forza is I group it more in the like it's a halfway point, but I still group it in with like Need for Speed.
I would say the Forza fans have a word to say with you.
Well, let them say this shit. I play the Forza 6 Forza Motorsport whatever was
6.
late on PC from the Windows Store.
Or Horizon's the latest, but
Yeah, I have one of those.
Horizon 2.
I don't even fucking know.
Horizon 2 looked nice.
Horizon 2 looked
Open
pretty
world
good.
in Australia, they're pretty good. So yeah, Need for Speed actually had my interest a bit, but I don't like racing games, so probably won't be getting that one. BioWare teased their project. The main reveal was actually on the Microsoft stage, but yeah, it's called Anthem. I guess we'll get to that when we're talking about Microsoft's conference. FIFA 18, Madden NFL 18, NBA Live 18, Battlefield 1 DLC in Russia. It's on the eastern front of the war, and features female Russian soldiers, which is pretty cool. They look pretty scary. And
They should get Zarya.
And then the
They should
Neville
get
Knights.
Zarya from Overwatch in there.
there's some cool scenes in that trailer too. There's like snowy fields and stuff, and there's a train driving, and there's like on like a horse, and they actually just like bayoneted someone on a horse.
Yep.
That was pretty neat.
That Neville Knights map that we watched the stream of was pretty damn cool.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And the biggest thing was Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now they didn't. I was hoping for more story content, but they went full multiplayer and showed Assault on Theed, which is an odd one to choose. But I guess
I think they're trying to show is that the operations from Battlefield 1 are starting to bleed out. Like people sort of like that, so they're trying to put that into more probably experiences because that was kind of an operation.
Yeah, but it was also similar to the Walker Assault in the original.
Yeah, it was, but it was like the objectives changed and like with the new
Right,
battle point
it's like
system,
there's like
different.
phases. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, to give you guys a good rundown, what they showed us is they had like a big separatist tank that was moving like through the city, and once it got to the palace, it blew the doors open, and then there was a big fight inside in close quarters. So they went from this big kind of open area to close quarters, and then the enemy has to try to take the throne room,
Yeah,
and that's how they win. And you need to defend on the opposite side. What do you guys think?
I really like that battle point or battle credit system. That's really cool. Where you can,
Oh,
like,
'cause
What
you
the
can,
fuck is that again?
So like as you do things like get kills, do objectives, whatever, you earn battle points or battle credits, and then you purchase things. So you can like say like, oh, I have 1,000 of these credits or whatever. I'm
Oh,
gonna
then you
become
buy
a
your
hero.
upgrade. You buy like your hero upgrade.
Yeah. So you actually have more of a chance to become a hero because in the last game you had to get those tokens that were just kind of floating, and if you got there too late, you were too late, and you wouldn't be. Sometimes you would go a whole game and never play one.
Yeah,
you go a couple games without being a hero, and it kind of sucks. So now you can actually save up your money and pay to be the hero you want to be. So
And the air, like you can do air support in ground maps now again. So like in the other Battlefronts, which is pretty awesome.
it looked a lot like the original Battlefronts.
I think what they did the first one is they tried to do the cinematic, and I think that works because of the graphics. But I think people were like, "Come on, we want to like sort of do the traditional stuff."
I feel like the first game was going to be more of a this feels like Star Wars, but this one's going to feel more like
This is a good shooter.
this is a good game. Yeah. I guess they did show some story content to the press and stuff. I don't know if I've seen any of that.
I've only really seen that
posted.
trailer, which was posted a while ago.
Oh, and then they had a new trailer that kind of showed some story content, but
And it's all the gens, right, of Star Wars. Like it has
not the story, but the multiplayer will have all 3 eras of Star Wars.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
And they're no longer like keeping it like really canonical in the sense that you can have Rey on the battlefield at the same time you have like Yoda or like Boba Fett or something.
That's pretty cool.
Whereas before it was like you were Luke on Hoth, he would have his Hoth outfit on.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not like context specific.
Luke on Hoth did not have his Hoth outfit.
Yes, he
Luke
did.
on Hoth had his Jedi outfit.
Nope.
It got updated.
They got updated now.
Oh,
Yeah, so everyone has their proper.
that just goes to show how little I actually played that game.
It was funny though is they had like Leia, but her original was in her Hoth outfit, but then you put her on like Endor or like Tatooine, she's wearing all this big like bulky snow gear in like a desert.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, but did they? I don't think they did. Did they fix that one? Does she have it updated?
That one I'm not sure.
I don't know. I already deleted that game off my hard drive.
I think she has an Endor outfit, doesn't she?
That you would know better than I.
Yeah, I guess it would, but I don't remember. But the new heroes look good.
Yeah.
And all season content, like all new DLC, is completely free
When did they confirm that?
during
During the show.
E3.
During the show, yeah.
And multiple times afterwards to press and even in the Star Wars show.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to clarify, which kind of proves that they were doing the the Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, they're like, oh, let's do some features in Battlefield, some features in Titanfall, and like let's see which ones people like, and then we'll meld them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people responded well to the Titanfall stuff.
Yeah.
And they didn't like separating the player base like they did in the first game. So each time you release a new map pack, you're even cutting down even further
Oh
the
yeah,
amount of people who can play together.
and you probably don't, I assume, have as many players as something like Call of Duty, where Call of Duty always has like 5,000 people, even years later, in something.
So these seasons are going to include new characters and new weapons, new vehicles, and new maps. Then now, here's the thing. Here's how they make money though. Is on microtransactions. Those will be involved in the game in some way.
Of course,
But
they
as long as it doesn't affect actual gameplay stats,
they made a note of that. They said you can't pay to win.
that's fine.
This is
I
simply
don't have a
simply like,
problem with that.
oh, I really want this gun.
That's fine.
I could play like 10 hours to unlock it, or I could pay now and have it immediately. That's all it does.
I'm
It's
okay
for,
with
the,
that.
it's for the impatient.
don't point at me. I don't buy it.
No, I'm pointing at you because there's a game called Impatient.
You're pointing at me because there's a game called Impatient.
I was hoping you would remember.
I'm
that
pointing
there
at
was a
you, Matt,
game.
because you're impatient.
I am impatient, but
All right. Next up was Microsoft the next day. And they had a big old launch of their brand new Xbox One X console. Finally got the name. How do you guys feel about that name? Not the Scorpio, but the One X.
I don't like the One X because it's going to get confused in speech with One S. So maybe like
They're
One
pretty
X and be like
similar.
S,
It is similar, yeah.
and then you're like, oh well, I don't know now.
Thoughts?
I don't like the name.
The name's weird, eh?
Yeah.
I have a feeling they did it because of the. I know they had like a little thing saying X is powerful or whatever, but
Something like that, yeah.
but I think that it was because Windows 10.
Wasn't X like the answer to was?
They said that like when the original engineers were working on the original Xbox, they said like X is like the most powerful or something like that. Phil Spencer said it
There
during
was
the
some
presentation.
quote. Yeah, they had some quote, and then
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, there's going to be the X.
Yeah, they should just gone with Xbox.
What was,
Just call it the Xbox.
what was funny, though, is that Best Buy Canada leaked a promotional page for the Xbox One, and it said Xbox One Scorpio. So right before the conference, everyone was like, oh, the name got leaked. It's going to be Scorpio. But I guess that was just a placeholder.
It was Best Buy Canada.
Yep.
Oh, it's always us up here that's leaking shit. Toys R Us or Best Buy or something. Some
damn,
some
it's-
Canadian division of American chain is always leaking shit.
But isn't there another like EB Games like Egypt or something? Don't they leak stuff too?
Yeah,
Some
God
other.
damn it!
Yeah,
It's like
something
what's
that.
happening?
Anyway, I don't really care for the name. But I don't like dislike it, but I don't like it. It's just kind of a name.
yeah,
And-
because you don't know why is I'm never gonna I'm never gonna message somebody and be like, hey, you want to if you want to hop on Xbox One X later and play no, I'm just gonna abbreviate it to Xbox, just like I say PlayStation now.
Yeah, so you're saying it doesn't need a name then? It just needs that
literally
one.
Might as well just call it Xbox. Just gone way of Apple and just called it.
But then how do you distinguish the Xbox One S? Should
Give it-
that just be Xbox too?
Just honestly start giving them after the year now. Just say X. This is the Xbox 2017 model. Next year, 2 years from now, when they do an upgrade model, this is the Xbox 2019 model. And then that way, when you finally have to start shaving off the end of the consoles, being like, okay, the original Xbox One doesn't count anymore. You'd be like, everything Xbox 2015s and befores aren't supported, but everything after 2017 and later are.
I really wanted the Switch to be called the Nintendo Entertainment System. I thought that would have been cool. Just went back to the original name.
The Switch is pretty good though.
It's not a bad
Like
name.
it fits it with all the little modular.
And
things.
they're a little...
Yeah, I like how it makes the noise.
Yeah.
too.
All right, let's get to some of the games they announced. Actually, the first thing they brought out was a freaking car. They
That was
had the
random.
Porsche, the new Porsche that was unveiled there.
They were really excited to unveil that car.
Matt was telling me that Porsche wasn't previously in
Yeah,
the Forza series.
Forza usually does not have a Porsche in it
Yeah.
unless you have a DLC.
Yeah, I got that from the console. That was
What?
from the conference. Sorry.
Oh, they said that?
Yeah, they said we never had a Porsche, and they
Oh.
were unveiling Porsche for the first time in the game, and here we go. There's a new car.
No, I did not know that. All right.
So some of the games they announced, Crackdown 3, which I don't know why anyone likes that game.
Excuse me.
I really can't figure it out.
Who suggested was that you, Matt? Who suggested a little while, or a couple days ago that we play that game?
That would be Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron loves Crackdown. I really like it too, but
I don't like these games that are just run around and blow stuff up. That's not fun to me.
I think one of the things is I think I may have liked the first one. I have the second, never really played too much. I think I liked the first one so much because 360 was so new. Where it was like, oh man, this game looks awesome, and then I just kind of played that game.
Yeah, although they did have what's that guy's name? The little live action guy at the beginning.
Terry Crews?
Terry Crews was there. Yeah, that was pretty funny. We also had Forza Motorsport 7, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I have a bad history with Will of the Wisps.
And in good old Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yeah. Sea of Thieves, they showed a pretty long demo of Sea of Thieves.
I'm so excited.
And it's not just simply ship combat. There's actually quests and islands and discovery.
It's loot based.
And you can shoot like skeletons with your horrible like gun.
And it's one shot and then like 6 seconds to reload, then one shot, and these things take like 4 shots to kill. I'm so excited for that game.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun actually.
I'm buying that day one. I'm playing it.
Jeez.
Going ham.
Jeez, yeah. We also got State of Decay 2. A lot of people like the first one. So now they're getting a second one.
The second one looks pretty good.
I remember the guy got ripped in half and his guts like came flying out.
The first one was strangely not multiplayer. So that's one of the major improvements in this one.
And then we also had Anthem was fully shown with a whole demo, and that game looks incredible.
Basically a realistic, more advanced Destiny.
People were saying this is like the Mass Effect we should have got.
God damn it.
I feel so bad for that Toronto team.
It's Toronto? Sad. I thought it was Montreal.
Or Montreal, yeah. But yeah, that game looks fantastic. I can't wait to play that one. I was pretty negative on it just from that teaser because it looked like Destiny. You know,
especially the helmet.
Yeah,
the helmet outline was screamed Destiny.
The whole thing just screamed to me, "Oh, this is the same gritty future you've always seen in the last 10 years of games." And so I was just like, "Oh, this is gonna suck." But then, the full demo they released was fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anything else special from Microsoft conference you guys can remember? Usher come out again.
Usher,
yeah.
Usher came out in one of the years.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I think we were still in high school when he came out.
Promote was that one or was it Ubisoft?
No, that was Microsoft. I remember distinctly that was Microsoft.
I remember the Beatles came out one time.
Yeah, the Paul McCartney and
I remember that,
Ringo Starr came out.
To announce Beatles rock band, right?
Yeah. Remember
Ice-T for Gears of War with Horde.
That was on Microsoft.
Mord,
it was Trey Parker, Matt Stone for the early South Park.
That was Ubisoft.
There was another like a singer, like an entertainer, singer dancer.
At this year, a star came out. I don't know who she was, but apparently she was famous.
Who? What?
For Just Dance, yeah.
She was. I don't know who that is.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know who it was either, but apparently she's famous.
What that is.
So, yeah. Nothing grabbed me too much on Microsoft's conference. Like nothing exclusive. They announced they had like 22 exclusives, right?
Yeah.
Nothing.
They said they're showcasing 47 games. 22 of them are going to be console exclusive. But what I loved is every game, even if it was a timed exclusive, the guy would come up, the little narrator would be like, exclusive.
Yeah.
Or world premiere.
No, but hold on. The exclusives really got... It was funny because I got so pissed off because they revealed PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and the guy, the PlayerUnknown himself said, this is going to be an Xbox One exclusive. And I actually swore out loud. I was watching in my room like, fuck, son of a bitch. Because like I don't want to play it on a PC and I wanted to play it on console with other people. And I'm like, great. Like and now I can't play it because I don't have an Xbox One. And then I noticed when they went to go show the trailer, it says Xbox One launch exclusive.
Right.
And then I rewinded everything else that they had said so far, and I like counted how many of them said launch exclusive. But the guy kept on just saying exclusive.
But the text said launch
exclusive.
exclusive.
Says launch exclusive.
So they wanted to drive in your brain that it was going to be exclusive.
And for a second, it almost worked.
They didn't announce though that that's coming to PS4.
Yeah.
Also, Tacoma, which is the game created by the guy who made Gone Home, or the team that made Gone Home. That's a Xbox One PC
like cross
timed exclusive, but they haven't announced whether they're coming to any other console.
The timed exclusive things,
but they always say, "Oh, we'll leave our doors open." You know,
they already have the PlayStation copy set ready to go. It's just sitting on a shelf, like on the export, just ready to go.
Yeah, but Tacoma, I'm interested in just only because I liked Gone Home so much.
Yeah.
All right, on to Matt's favorite conference of the entire E3.
Oh,
was it really?
Christ.
Did you like?
No.
Bethesda. I actually fell asleep during this one, but I did catch
this
up.
This was bad. Like, dare I say, pitiful. Not to be throwing insults around, but
See, I don't remember this. Virtual reality titles based on Doom?
Yeah, they
VFR.
yeah
Oh.
VFR Doom and Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 also got the VR, and
Well, Fallout 4 is not VFR. It's just Fallout VR.
Skyrim got a
What the
brand
hell is
new.
VFR then?
Virtual fucking reality. That killed Adriano. He's dead.
That makes me so upset.
Why? That's not that bad. It's one word in the middle of it. Like
It's just stupid. It's just stupid marketing.
it's because like Doom's all about like big guns and quick and shooting. Yeah, you know, blood.
Easy there, Alex Jones.
So we have to.
And I like to fight too.
I'm sorry, it's a family show.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
Anyway, Skyrim, another version of Skyrim is coming out. Skyrim VR. And
VR, yeah.
Skyrim watered down for Switch version.
Wait a second here. Skyrim VR did not get announced till PlayStation.
Didn't it?
Correct.
Oh, that's right.
Fallout VR was in the Bethesda. I
So-
got this confused as well earlier.
So Skyrim was announced for the Switch at the Bethesda conference.
Correct.
And they fucking had
Jiminy fuck.
they had like Amiibo exclusive outfits in that.
Like you could put Link in there, right?
Yeah, like his outfits. Sorry, before we go ahead, can we just rewind something about the Microsoft conference?
Sure.
Going back.
Is there a VFR in there too?
Hold on a second. But there's one thing that's just absolutely amazing that I love that came out of the Microsoft one is the announcement for cross-network play for Minecraft.
Oh, right. I forgot about the Minecraft stuff. That wasn't in there.
Yeah, it wasn't in there for some reason.
Oh fuck yeah, though, eh?
Cross-network play for cross-console play for all iOS devices.
Android 2, I think. Right?
Yep.
Android as well.
Xbox One.
Xbox,
Windows 10.
One, Windows 10 PCs, and Nintendo Switch.
Like that's fucking fantastic.
And like they had I still can't believe they actually did this. They in Minecraft art they showed a Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
in a Microsoft presentation.
Yeah.
Like that really boggles my mind that they actually did that.
It's
and like
weird.
good on them. Like that's weird for like to see those barriers break down.
And what Matt said, they invited PlayStation to join them.
Yeah,
and PlayStation said no.
fuck off. I really hope PlayStation gets what's coming to them.
Well, apparently,
They get beat the fuck down.
No, one second here. What I want to know was whether PlayStation had the opportunity to do it, or whether they literally like were formally invited and they formally said no, or whether it was like we're doing this.
no,
you know.
because Microsoft's doing this because they know that Minecraft is like a community-based game now, where people want to play online and build stuff together.
Yeah.
So the more people they can have doing that, it only promotes that brand of Minecraft even further.
Yeah.
It's going to sell more copies for them. They still make money off the PlayStation sales, you know.
Absolutely, and
So I think they would formally send an invite to PlayStation. Yeah.
Not to mention to like can you imagine just having to because like to play online or to connect with people on iOS, you need to sign into you need to sign into Xbox Live. Like you need to actually sign into your Microsoft account on Xbox Live
Like right now?
on iOS. If you want to play if like I'm signed in as Alpha Tango 47 in Xbox Live on my iOS.
oh wow,
Yeah. So like I can't even like imagine like in theory like signing into Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch.
I wonder if there's something going on in the back end, because remember they also announced the new the
servers?
the servers. That's right, the server service where like instead of it being like hosted, like let's say you're the host, and
Yeah,
then if you
it
leave
can-
it shuts
it can-
down.
yeah.
It just stays up for everybody, so they can build when they want.
Yeah.
So I
you have
wonder
to pay
if
for
there-
that though.
What's
It is it's called
traditionally-
it's called Realms.
yeah. Traditionally though, like in PC,
I think it's like $10 a month.
But I'm just
yeah.
wondering because like there's a lot of kids that play this game.
That's what I mean. But
Are they gonna be
traditionally on
buying, like,
PC, you have to
server
pay-
space, or,
well,
like-
yeah, like usually you have to like for Battlefield 2 or anything really, any of the Battlefields. I think you can rent a server. Battlefield
No,
1
but
you can.
Battlefield's like more of it's a mature rated game. Generally, you're supposed to be more
Oh, I
adults
see.
to play it. But a lot of kids are going to want to play together, and
I think
their
yeah.
parents going to buy the server space.
I think they're gonna have to pay the subscription. I think. I don't know though. We haven't seen I don't think we've seen official pricing out that I
Right.
know of.
Now, here's my theory on the PlayStation dropping out. PlayStation is the best-selling console right now, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like they think that they're above making deals with Xbox and Nintendo.
Well, that one guy made a statement saying that he wants to keep it controlled because
can't-
it's kids playing
He
it.
can't say that we denied them because we're bigger than them.
No, I know, but no, I'm not denying that that's maybe another reason or the reason why they did it. But I feel like they should be bigger than that. Like I want them to be bigger than that. I
No,
guess.
but I think
it's a hope.
I think if you reverse the roles, if Microsoft was the one on top, and Sony said, "Hey, can this game play with yours?" They'd be like, "No, get the hell out of
Well,
here."
now Microsoft has done this with the other devices.
It might become a standard, right?
If Microsoft does come out on top, which I could see happening because Microsoft's making a lot of good calls in the last 2 years. They've really turned shit around.
Yeah.
And now for the first time in the last year, I think 3 months that they've been a better selling of the console of the month than PlayStation. Like maybe this might just be a reverse of the last generation, and Microsoft will end up taking it in the end.
What's going to happen last gen? Yeah, PS3 kind of caught up, and then I think they generally sold the same amount, but
yeah, but
could be fascinating.
That whole network. Like that just like proved to me it's like okay fine like Microsoft they're finally starting to get shit. They're finally starting to understand.
Yeah.
Back to Bethesda.
Yeah, we also have Dishonored DLC was announced, which looks
was
standalone.
DLC?
It looks standalone to me,
That
right?
was like just a whole separate game. Like it was just like a third entry.
I think it's tied in somehow. I think it's a standalone, kind of like what Uncharted and Last of Us did, or was Last of Us standalone? No, it wasn't. I don't think.
To be honest with you, I didn't pay attention to any of the Dishonored stuff, even though I own Dishonored 2.
okay.
So
Evil Within 2 was announced. No, I missed that trailer. I was asleep during that one.
It kept on going. Like I'm like
it's like the game. It's like the first game.
Yeah, it's just like I was just like when is this trailer going to end? And it just like
got trippier.
Images meld into another one. There's some like melting of walls here and then. Just like this trailer's got to fucking end. Like I think they're just trying to meet their hour quota here.
And then the big game reveal for them was Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, which was a wacky trailer again.
Did anyone play the last Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
Tried to.
How was it?
Too damn long for me.
Everyone loved it, but it felt very cheap to me.
The first hour or so is really rough in comparison to the rest of the game.
Okay,
I
never got past that. I don't think.
Yeah, like if you get through the first like hour, it starts to like open up and stuff like that. But like there was one part in which like spoiler alert, there's like one part in which there's like a hub that gets added to the game, like you know like in some shooters you have like a hub and you can like kind of like talk to people, do mini games or whatever. Mm-hmm. And there's like a hub that opens up, but it's like it opened up at like the 8 or 9 hour point for me.
Right.
Now I'm not great at the game, so maybe it should have been the 3 hour point or something. But
now I'm actually interested in this game, and I might have to go back and play the first one again, just because this one's in America, and the Nazis have kind of taken over.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So that's I think that's a cool concept, you know.
And it's like the 70s kind of style, isn't it?
Well, it might be, I don't know. It looks like that, but like some characters look kind of like stylized after. Now this is like a quasi futurist like thing.
Yeah, it's like a
so
weird.
It could
like,
be all
different.
sorts of different things. Yeah. Let's move on to Ubisoft, which was also on was that on the same day or is it a different day?
Ubisoft Bethesda's was
technically
was at 9
for us,
at 9 on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So it was
12
midnight for
here,
us. Yeah. So technically yes.
Ubisoft, I really enjoyed their conference. I thought it was pretty well done.
They really got it done this year, I think.
Yeah, they kicked it off with what was the actual game name?
Mario
and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
So going back to kind of reflect like back on the Microsoft one, this is another major thing to see Nintendo on a non-Nintendo stage.
Yeah.
And to have like a major this is a major Mario title being developed by another company.
What I think kind of led to this though is that Ubisoft's been really good to Nintendo over the last couple consoles.
They like put some major titles out there.
Yeah, they were the first one. They had like Zombie U and Rayman. Rayman was actually the reason why I bought my Wii U. So that's a testament for that game.
Jesus.
I still haven't played the Rayman Legends. I still haven't played that one.
That was like
that was one you played, right?
No, that was Rayman Origins.
God damn!
I played that. I bought it for 360. And I played it, loved it, and then it was free on the Ubisoft the Ubi 30 program.
That's right.
But I haven't played the second one.
But this game surprised me. It looked pretty fun.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a turn-based type of deal, right? I guess where you position your characters and then the kind of battle plays out and there's different stuff you can do. But yeah, I was pretty impressed by that one. Looking forward to it.
It looks pretty fun. Like, and I don't really like Mario that much.
Assassin's Creed Origins, we got a look at that. And,
Egypt.
My issue with this is it looks identical to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Now that's understandable since it is that franchise, but they took a year off to theoretically reimagine the game, right? Because the model was becoming tired. I also feel like they missed the message and just thought, oh, people will
buy it again because it's been gone for
it's gone and didn't actually change anything. And me and Matt watched 40 minutes of that goddamn game, and it was just running around, get this thing here, talk to this guy. Oh, he has a problem. go finish that mission, come
Yeah,
back,
gather this, kill this person, talk to this person.
jump up a wall that you didn't mean to climb.
Honestly, if they did like the Uncharted formula and did like a super linear, character-driven story, and just like didn't do the open world but still kept it in the Assassin's Creed universe, I think that would be way more interesting.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But otherwise, what do you guys think of the game?
I
Don't
like,
care.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the gameplay, my inner thought was, "Oh, I played this game before."
And here's what I don't get is like everyone loves Ezio because he was like a likable character, you know. And most people don't like what was his name, Connor?
Connor,
Because he was just kind of bland.
This guy seems bland.
This guy just seems bland again, you know.
But we have seen very little, so we don't know for sure.
That's right. That's right. But I'd like the characters from Syndicate. The guy from Unity was actually pretty cool. He was all right too. So I don't know.
I like this environment, the Egypt environment.
Yeah, it looks nice too.
Yeah,
It looks really nice.
I think
guys-
it's a purchase for me, but I want to get through like the 3 AC games on PS4 first. Like I haven't done any of those.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I have to do
Black Flag.
Unity.
You've done Black Flag already?
I did Black Flag on 360,
Oh,
and my
Jesus.
360 screamed that entire time.
Yeah, because you did Rogue too, right?
I did
That's
Rogue
after,
on PC.
or I guess during the same.
Yeah. So I have to do Unity, and then the 3 like mini ones: India, China, Russia.
Chronicles.
Yeah. Then there's Syndicate.
Yep, that's the
then-
latest one. Yeah,
Then, yeah,
Origins.
Origins.
Origins. Even the name just screams generic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, I'm not sure what's happening.
You guys excited for the season pass of Pyramid Exploring DLC?
Oh Lord. Far Cry 5 looked awesome.
Oh yeah.
Looked great.
There's
That's all.
the new buddy system, which is kind of similar to the Far Cry 2.
Your dog freaking kills a guy and then brings back his gun.
That too, yeah.
That's fantastic. There's like you got planes now that can bomb like cities and stuff.
if you get the buddy with the plane, yeah.
Right. And my favorite part, you can liberate the towns, and so they're all like boarded up. They're all like in shambles, and there's like the crazy religious group, you know, beating up people, shooting people and stuff. Once you liberate that town, people will start opening up their stores again, and it will become new again. I really like that idea.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So I can't wait to play that game.
Already pre-ordered.
Jeez, did you get that big
you're
edition?
part of the problem.
Did you get,
Excuse me.
Yep.
All right. Oh, I like this game. I'm gonna pre-order it. You're a problem. All right, that's fine.
You're part of the problem.
Matt's favorite game, Just Dance 2018, also
No.
announced. Matt really liked the dancing
No.
that they brought out onto stage, and the famous singer they also had.
Now, why am I being targeted?
And Matt knew her name.
Who was she?
singing along. You could try to play dumb Matt, but we all know. The Crew 2.
I'll accept the
I'll
incrimination.
I'll end up playing the Crew too.
Did you play the Crew 1?
Yep.
Finished it?
Yep.
Wow.
It was a terrible game, but one of my
God damn
major.
it.
It was a very good game, but my major fucking complaint about it is in a racing game, let the player customize their racing controls. And they only have
nobody
one,
drives with the right stick.
Yeah.
No,
That's a really weird
nobody
thing.
does.
No. Plenty
One
of people,
person does.
Plenty of people do.
One
but
person.
But even that's the case, you should be able to let your player customize the controls. There's no control customization.
Good.
It's literally locked down to what they want.
Good.
It's fucking bullshit.
I just imagine Adrian was on like his own like forum online with all the like on like a Reddit subreddit or something.
I hate that shit.
I didn't
I didn't
right
play
stick
that game.
accelerators.
I like to play my racing games in a standard transmission instead of automatic. And that game, because I had to do the other way, I played it automatic. I did not enjoy
But you
it.
got stuck on playing it this way, didn't you? Didn't you play one game and that was like kind of how they had their controls?
Need for Speed Underground.
It was the original Need for Speed Underground, and that's how they did it. And ever since then,
See, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I don't remember playing like that in that
yeah.
game.
Need for Speed Underground. The default set was, or at least the way that it was for me when I went in the game, because I didn't change anything. Was
Did you play Underground?
Yeah.
Was it like that?
Years ago? I don't remember now.
I don't think it was like that.
I'll fucking Google the manual right now. I'll look it up. But it was right stick for acceleration and brake, left for
You got a
the
buggy copy, I think.
huh?
You got a buggy copy of that game.
Doesn't matter. It set me in my ways.
Of all the things to model yourself over to, it's fucking Need for Speed Underground. Jesus.
You don't have. Look, you're missing some games here. What is this?
I copy and pasted. I didn't do shit.
Skull and Bones is not on here. That's probably one of the games I'm looking forward to.
Pirate standalone game.
Yeah.
Now, the one question I have about this game
Is it all in boat action?
that's exactly my question. Can I board the? You can.
Well,
they
you can
showed
board.
a boarding.
No, you. It was a boarding sequence. From what I heard, is there's no out of boat Actually,
and I don't like that. And
it's
that
all
might be a
it's
deal
all
breaker.
it's all if it's like co-op. So if there's 4 of us, it's all you have your own boat and you're like an armada, but there's no
There's no sword fighting.
yeah, if you do the comparison to Sea of Thieves, there's no exploration, out of boat exploration.
See, that might be a deal breaker for me.
Yeah,
I don't want to just drive a boat.
Yeah, I like to the one thing I liked about Assassin's Creed the Black Flag one and the Rogues was I need to get over that island, and early on in Black Flag it was like, this part of the world is guarded, like I can't take my boat into there because if I do, like the Spanish will like come after me, but I'm parked just outside of the border.
Right.
So like I just like dove in the water and like I swam to shore and then I swam back, and I love that.
Yeah.
And if I can't do that in this Skull and Bones things, I don't want it. Fuck it. Return it. Bring it back to the store.
Jesus, you didn't even bought it yet.
There's also Starlink.
The what did we call it? The No Man's Sky.
People online have been calling it No Man's Skylander.
No Man's Skylander. That's it.
This is the game where you have you attach things to your controller, and I guess it's kind of like Amiibo-like, where
Like you build your
NFC.
ship. sort of thing.
you build your ship and then it translates that into the game.
Aaron's working on this, right?
That's the one he's working on. Yeah, he's finally able to reveal that. It looks pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
I want to see more for sure. Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
like it piqued my interest.
Yeah.
I know it was just a cinematic trailer, but my God, does Beyond Good and Evil 2 look? I'm going to go play the original Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, you get the HD version.
I do. I have it on PS3.
There you go.
Everyone was comparing it to Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Had a very Fifth Element vibe to it, just flying around the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty wacky trailer, but it's intriguing. I have no real reference of what the first game is.
I have about maybe 6-7 hours in the first game.
I might have to go back and play it too. We'll see.
Let's do a Let's Play.
The HD version is pretty good.
It was on the Uplay for Ubi 30 as well.
Oh, is it? I might have it then.
They gave away for free, but there's no controller support. It's only mouse and keyboard.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's too old to have controller support.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Unless you go the old-fashioned way, just map it yourself.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right, that was Ubisoft's conference. On to Sony. Sony was a bit lackluster, I felt. Because nothing really new was shown in terms of
I didn't get
titles.
a lackluster vibe.
I was really hoping for a Resident Evil 2 remake reveal because they had the Resident Evil 7 reveal last year. I'm like, maybe Capcom will keep up tradition.
It might be a little too soon, I think. Because 7 just came out, right?
7 just came out, but I was really hoping. I want 2 remake so badly.
Maybe at PSX.
That's such a good game.
But they had they started off with like these people playing some sitars and congos.
Man, I totally removed that from my memory.
And then a bunch of like sand coming down and all these crazy patterns.
I like how Sony does like a show now, like a proper.
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was
dangling zombies and stuff.
Better than Drumline coming out. I mean, so they started off with what did they start off with? Uncharted. No, it was Uncharted. Yeah,
it fit that theme.
What?
The Uncharted. What was it called?
Oh,
The Lost Legacy.
I thought they started with God of War.
Which
No, that was second, I think.
It's also Days Gone.
I think Days Gone was second.
I don't give a fuck about that game.
What?
Whoa.
Days Gone is game of show for me.
Are you serious?
Oh,
I don't.
yeah.
Wow.
It's zombies. As soon as it's zombies,
Freakers actually.
freakers. That's even worse. That's even worse. As soon as when they did the reveal last year, and it was like when I thought like when they first showed it, I thought it was like a gritty biker revenge story, almost like a Max Payne-esque. I'm like, all right, maybe I might get into this. As soon as they showed me the zombies, I don't give a fuck anymore.
See, I felt this reveal this showing was a lot better than the first one. First one was just look at this tech, all these zombies on screen at the same time. It's like, oh, that's cool, but it wasn't that great to see.
I want to see a freaking release window. Like, yeah. I don't necessarily want a day. I want a window. Like, is this thing going to be a 2019 title?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Jesus,
I thought what they showed was cool. Though.
I'm telling you now, I am skipping that game. And
the way that they like kind of like talked it up last year too is like you can kind of use the zombies strategically, which is kind of nice. And they did show it this time as well.
It was cool.
So like I want to do that rather than just be like, fuck, there's a horde, avoid or kill. You know. Like,
also, #ZombieBear.
That was pretty good. I want to see what the free roam in that game's gonna be like. Is it gonna be super hostile? Am I gonna be able to?
I want to know more about the story too.
That too. Like I want to know more about the openness of it. You know.
They also God of War, which looks pretty cool. It actually looks like God of War now with the combat, which is what people liked from the old game. So they kind of like rebooted the theme, I guess, of the game, but it still has that same core kind of mechanics.
I'm still trying to figure out if it's canonical with the other one.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Or it's a C boot, maybe.
Maybe because like from what I remember somebody telling me last year, like they just decided to they just literally took the character of
Kratos
and just put him in a Viking mythology instead of Greek, and they just decided to restart it.
Maybe that's possible
Because he has it's a son in this game.
Yeah.
I thought his son was like dead.
Well, yeah, the original game, his family dies, right, and he goes all nuts and like rampages at the gods.
And isn't he wearing the ash of his family?
That might be
that
it, yeah.
white. Isn't that like that soot like him
I don't
wearing
know.
the
It's
ash
been a
of
long
his...
time. Probably though.
How the fuck do they explain that?
He's just a pale man.
His mother died, and that's the ash of his mother.
So that looks pretty good though. I'm excited for that one. We also had Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. Bunch of PlayStation VR stuff. That just went on forever, that little segment.
What the fuck do they have for Gran Turismo Sport? I don't remember.
They didn't show anything.
It says it there.
They didn't show it at the conference,
I didn't see it either.
but it had a presence at E3 though, somewhere. We also had Monster Hunter
Monster Hunter World.
yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Destiny 2, I guess. Was Destiny 2 on that stage?
Yeah, because it has exclusive stuff on
Oh, yeah,
PlayStation.
a bunch of
Right?
exclusive stuff, yeah.
Or timed. I'm not sure. If
Call
it's
of Duty
timed
World War
exclusive.
II. Adriano doesn't care about that, right? But we're pretty excited.
Hell yeah! I already pre-ordered it.
Oh, right.
I wanted my beta code.
Detroit Become Human. That game looks fascinating.
I thought it was fascinating last time I saw it. I cared less this time around.
This trailer was weird.
It's weird that it's multiple stories now.
It was multiple stories. You
Yeah, it
mean
was
multiple
always- it always
choices or
was.
multiple stories?
Multiple stories. I didn't know it was multiple stories.
well, so
before.
was what's the Heavy Rain? Heavy Rain was multiple stories.
I never played.
I never
Heavy
played
Rain.
Heavy Rain.
No,
I played Indigo Prophecy, the one before
you played
that.
Beyond Two Souls.
No.
That's just one story, but yeah, Heavy Rain was multiple characters, multiple stories.
See, I didn't know that.
They intertwine, and I imagine that'll be the same this time around too.
Yeah, they're all like cyborg related in some way.
Yeah. But a lot of people his games are like a love or hate type of situation. There's people who love his games and people who hate
Probably
his
if
games.
you love or hate the story, it dictates whether you like the experience. I imagine.
I should
Well,
play Heavy Rain.
he got criticized for Beyond Two Souls because you can't fail that game.
What? What do you mean?
If I'm doing like a scene and like I'm getting like someone's like fighting me, right?
Yeah.
And I like miss my button prompt or whatever, and I get hit in the head and die, you can't die. So what will happen is like if I miss my button prompt or whatever, I'll get hit in the head and like fall over and then come back and then do something else.
Oh, I see. So,
So,
it's not like
no-
a challenge anymore. It's like just
No matter what you really do, the game will complete itself. So people were criticizing it for not being a game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Heavy Rain was different, where your choices actually mattered. What you did actually had an effect. Look, Beyond Two Souls just kind of took you in a
I think
direction.
you and Marty did like a let's play a long time ago on that.
Oh yeah, and we also played Beyond Two Souls together because
There you go.
you can control that spirit, and that was Marty's role, and he said he hated it because he had nothing to do. I was walking around as Ellen Page, and he had nothing to do.
Was it actually Ellen Page, or was it that one game that made it that had a person that looked like Ellen Page?
No, that was Last of Us.
Oh, that's right.
People said Ellie was, and then I think even Ellen Page got like angry or something like
No,
that.
she got angry because they when they mocapped her face and there was like a shower scene.
No. I mean, Ellen Page got. Yes, you're right. Ellen Page got angry at Last of Us or something like that
Because
they copied her look. Because Ellie looks a lot like Ellen Page.
Also Ellie.
Also Ellie, yeah. But no, you're right. They did have that scene where she was in the shower, and then the PC people got in
They rendered her head onto an actual
nude body,
to be able to manipulate the camera and to get like a proper shot. They had,
but it wasn't her nude.
It
body.
wasn't her. They just used a separate body double.
Yeah, but people went nuts.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Also, like Miley, is it Miley Cyrus or some
Lindsay
celebrity?
Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan was suing.
Rockstar.
that one's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, it was that
Because-
is it Take Two? Take Two that does GTA.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Take Two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to parody people.
Yeah.
So I don't know why she's trying. That's weird.
Also, nobody ever really associated that with her until she like brought it up.
Yeah.
Like it's her own fault.
And then they closed the show with Spider-Man, which looked fantastic.
That looks a really good game. I had too many QuickTime events though.
Yeah, I'm
That's
worried
what I'm
that
worried
it's,
about, yeah.
I'm worried it's going to be like
It's
that.
going to be too scripted. It's just like,
But the problem is that's kind of the easiest way to make it cinematic, right? Is where they control what's happening, and you simply, oh, look me, I'm playing. You know.
Did you
hit your
guys
buttons.
play the other ones, like the Amazing Spider-Man games?
No.
nope. Actually, one of them.
I played through the first one.
One of the
It's-
Amazing Spider-Man games
No,
or the Spider-Man games?
The Spider-Man game.
No, the Amazing Spider-Man has a lot of the prompts like this one where it's like, oh, I'm looking at a ledge, press R1 to get to that ledge.
Wait, no, that's fine. I'm fine with that because that's kind of like Batman too, where you
but
could
it has
just
a lot,
grapple
if I
to
remember
something.
correctly, that game has a lot of quick time too. Like it's very like mechanical.
Batman didn't have a lot of QuickTime.
No, I'm talking about the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Just during like the scenes where when he was like hanging onto the helicopter, and it's like, oh, like the sign's coming up, and he has to like dodge the sign or whatever. There's like a button prompt.
You do realize it's going to be the first of 3 games like the Batman ones where they're going to
If this is successful, yeah, why not?
they're going to
Just milk
intertwine
it.
some long-term story in here.
Yeah, but no, it looks great. I'm pretty excited.
And what do you guys think about The Impatient?
That's made by the guys who did Until Dawn.
I still haven't played that game either.
It looks pretty fascinating.
Oh, we should do Until Dawn for a Let's Play.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap. I almost bought it because I remember we wanted to do a Let's Play, and I didn't buy it.
If I find it on disc cheap, I'll buy it and we'll do a Let's Play.
It's probably $10 at Best Buy or something.
If that.
But that is that game going to be like Until Dawn with the multiple choices and
Couldn't really get a grasp of that by the trailer they released.
Yeah, it was just. I think that trailer's more setting just the tone.
Mm-hmm.
And then a Shadow of the Colossus remake or remaster.
I think it's a straight up remake. Yeah.
Yeah, straight up remake. I'm fucking excited for that. I wonder if they're gonna put the original because they had to cut a bunch of Colossi. Do you remember in that game? There's like a bunch of.
I never played it.
Neither did I.
There's stones and there's like different that represent the different how many different Colossi are in the game, and there's a bunch of broken ones because they were cut in development.
Oh.
So I wonder if they're like going to go back and actually like take those out.
Yeah, who
and
knows?
Put back them in the game. Put it back.
So wait,
in the
you were a fan of the original game?
game. I never finished it, but I did play some of it.
You didn't have any interest in Last Guardian?
No, it took 9 years to come out.
I know.
Yeah, and apparently it doesn't run all that well either. It's not a very.
It's kind of weird for that game to have been such this weird abnormality in gaming history.
People were freaking
People
out
were
about
freaking
it.
out about it when it first launched, and then it took so many years to come out. They apparently got like rebooted and had to work on it for next gen. It comes out. I don't think it sold well. Got somewhat poor reviews, and then next year we get the Shadow of the Colossus remake. It's just
Yeah,
weird, and
they
everyone goes nuts over that. People were crying and stuff.
They should have. They should have
What
done.
is so good about Shadow of the Colossus? There's big monsters. You climb on them to steal
Well,
shiny
I'm going to buy it.
or
I
stab
wanna
shiny
play it.
pads.
It's just it's fun. It's just hunting down. You have like you just have this open. It's kind of like Zelda Breath of the Wild. You had to just have this. You can toggle them in. Excuse me. You can toggle them in any order you want. You have to. There's I think there's 18, maybe 16. But you just like pick a direction, or you have a little guide. You hold it up, and it just points you in the direction of one. You just have to go find it.
What I'm confused by is is that literally just all the game is where you take down Colossi?
Yeah, there's no other enemies. There's just 18 big bosses.
But people have such an emotional attachment to this game.
There is a story behind
Okay.
it. There's a narrative, and there's
Okay.
there's a true ending, and there's an alternate ending. There's
I'm not saying you can't make an emotional connection with the game that doesn't really have
Yeah.
dialogue because
no. There's absolutely there's a narrative in there.
okay. But there was that one game, the Scarf. What was that game called? You had the Scarf in the sand.
Journey?
A lot of people that was a very kind of emotional game
Yeah.
without having actual story delivered to you.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent 30-minute experience. Journey was.
Well, it was like an hour or two.
I was on PS Chat with you guys when I played
You
it.
completed it too, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you? All right, let's move on to Nintendo. They had the last conference, if you can call it a conference. I guess it was-
30-minute 30. You know what I found a lot of even with the a lot of Sony was there wasn't a lot of people on stage. A lot of like usually.
Well, if you remember last year, people went nuts because they just game after game after game after game. But what made that work, it was brand new game after brand new game after brand new game.
Yeah.
This year was the same game, same game, same
Yeah,
game.
but I in past years it's just been like, oh, now this person's going to come out and talk about this game while somebody else is going to play it, and then they'll show like a live demo. And I notice a lot with these conferences, they just showed like trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer in the theater. I'm like, You could probably just take away the audience and just do what Nintendo does and just releases all in one shot. Like,
Yeah,
you
you're
don't
right,
even-
yeah.
you don't even have to have
I do prefer people coming out and talking about it. You know,
You like that? You
Yeah.
like them coming?
that shitty script, whatever.
I don't like it when they go too much into
yeah,
it.
hell, I used to during
like that Minecraft girl. When she,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
just
Get off the stage
Yeah.
now, thank you. Like,
But no, during like Apple's early keynotes with Steve Jobs, well, not early. I mean, when I was alive, he would always like go over like Apple stats. You know, oh, we sold this many Macs, we sold this many iPhones, we grew this market share. I always love that stuff. Tim Cook doesn't do any of that. He's like, Apple's doing great. Now move on to the products. But I like the technical stuff and the, you know,
I think people are like too Snapchatty like now.
they need that instant.
Yeah, what's coming out?
gratification.
iPhone 8. Okay, moving on. You know,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, Nintendo. Yeah, they had their stream. Fire Emblem Warriors.
Literally don't know what that is. Basically, so
Super Mario Odyssey. New Donk City, what is it called?
new donk,
New Donk City.
something like that.
This game looks pretty cool, actually. The one scene, like one part I really like, is there's these parts where you're in a 3D world, and you can go into the old 2D world at certain parts, and you're just like 2D on a wall, and it'll have the old like 8-bit or 16-bit or whatever it was, and you jump around the little world for a bit, and then you come back to 3D. I thought that was pretty neat.
I didn't catch that. I actually missed that.
A lot of hat throw-ins, a lot of
Yeah.
taking over of other things. Look pretty fun. Probably going to be a lot of people's game of the show, I think, because people just love Mario when they see him. They just go nuts. Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
nope.
Kirby.
Never played a Kirby game.
Yoshi.
We're not really big Nintendo fans over here.
This guy is.
Yeah, what do you start saying something? Don't
I don't have to. Brian's covering everything.
A new Pokemon RPG was teased for
See,
the
this
Switch.
is interesting. Now this is interesting.
Fuck you, Matt.
Hey, fuck you, bud.
Well, that's all the information we got. They said it won't come out for like at least a year.
That's what most of these were. It's just like, yeah, this is coming, this is coming, this
Yeah.
is coming.
That's not
it.
great when your console's new.
They don't have much developer support. It's just them kind of making games.
Fuck, you see it? They're doing it again.
And Ubisoft.
And, yeah. Wait. Is that Mario and Rabbids game coming to Switch? Or is that only on...
Yeah, what do you think is coming on?
Oh, it's exclusive Switch.
It's only Switch. There's
Okay.
no fucking way they would ever let that go onto any other console.
Okay.
That is contract locked out for Switch only.
Rocket League coming to Switch. That sounds pretty fun on a Switch.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that too much.
especially if they get that network play going.
I just have no drive to play that game ever again.
yeah.
We overplayed it.
Metroid Samus Returns, which is a remake of Metroid 2.
Whoa, you missed one. The other
Wait,
Metroid.
that's the big one. So you ruined it.
All right.
I mean, most people probably already saw it, but
Metroid Prime 4.
yeah.
In development.
Again, yeah, just a title
Yeah.
card, and but it's going to be a first-person shooter, right?
Yeah, they're
This is
other
the
ones
Prime guys, right? I'll play it if I have a Switch.
Have you played any of the other ones?
No. Well, I can't. The Wii one was weird.
All right.
The Wii Metroid Prime
You can play. They have it on the Wii U. It's all.
with like first-person shooter controls.
It's use the Wii remote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Now, if you can go find a GameCube version and your Wii, you can use a GameCube controller.
Damn it!
What's happening over there?
So Aaron invited me to join a party,
Yeah.
and I said, "Sorry, we're podcasting,"
Yeah.
and he said, "I know."
God.
So he just sent
damn
me
it.
a sad invite. Just anyway, is that it?
Yeah, that's for the Nintendo.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I didn't watch this. I have no idea about any of these games.
But there, underneath, there's a list of all the confirmed games, even outside of the.
oh, there's so many here.
Read this essay.
No, I'm just going to skim through them.
We're out of time. Yeah.
Yeah. What
Didn't
the hell,
know,
what the
didn't know
hell
all
is
those
Ashen?
games are coming out.
Wait, what was
Well, it's hyperlinked. You can click on it.
what the fuck was Ashen again?
Ashen.
PC, Xbox One.
No, maybe it's not hyperlinked.
No.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, this is a PDF.
Right.
Was that shown off at the Microsoft?
I don't know what Ashen is.
sounds familiar.
Well, the BioWare one was
There was a lot of games I didn't care about at the Microsoft one, so it might have been
It
one of those.
It could have been that because this is sorted by studio, not by not by console. Oh yeah, Project Cars 2 was announced. Yep. Yep.
There was a hell of a lot of games at this damn thing.
Yep. Oh, Metro. We did talk about Metro Exodus.
Oh, that was at the Microsoft conference. That looked pretty
Yeah.
nuts. Looked really good too.
Makes me. I put the other two on my wish list on Steam, and
Those games aren't good.
Yeah. Anthem. Okay, that was the
BioWare one.
That's the BioWare one. Way Out. We got that. Let's go back up.
How many games did
There's
you put on this list?
Okay, Call of Cthulhu, which actually looks really fucking cool. But it's a game. I think it's an open world based game based on the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. It's PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Gonna give you a solid no on that, just
Here
because
you
I don't
go.
know what it is.
Tropico 6.
Vampire.
Oh yeah.
So so I was talking to my buddy Roshan, and he's like last year, because I felt the same way last year when I think it's the Life is Strange people that are doing this. He's like, oh, an open world like vampire RPG. He's like, yeah, it sounded cool, and then he's like, I watched gameplay this year, and I completely lost interest in it.
Oh,
He's
that's
like, it
sad.
looks so bad. Tropical 6.
Man,
Yeah,
if-
you guys
if-
want to do some Tropical 6?
If Tropical 5 worked like with the saves,
Maybe Tropico 6 will work.
Maybe
Maybe they'll
Tropico
actually
6?
update the damn game. The
And-
last update was like, language support for trophies or something like that.
Okay, so what do you guys think about Sea of Thieves?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt?
I need to see more.
I need an Xbox.
It
Right.
has piqued my interest enough for me to be like, okay.
Okay. No, if it was between that and what's the Ubisoft one? Skull and
Bones.
If it was between those two, what would you just based off what you've seen?
I lean more towards Skull and Bones.
Really?
I would-
I don't much care for the cartoony vibe.
I would say Sea of Thieves just because it looks like it's going to be vast. It's going to be a real big, like, oh, we found a new wreck. And it's like we'll never get through all the wrecks and all the islands that are in the game, I think.
It is funny that these two games are coming out at the same time, though. Or at least being announced and
Just
shown
a
off.
big pirate rush. I almost said gotta get Ubisoft on the train, but Ubisoft is
They're
on the
there.
train. So
Okay, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, Last Night. Oh yeah, that was that weird. Did anyone watch the PC gaming show? Or was that just me?
I watched it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talked about that weird guy and his like tweet.
Yeah, I didn't even hear that. And then you're like, did you hear that guy apologizing? And I remember an awkward part, but for some reason I couldn't remember what it was.
Apologizing.
Yeah. So it was for a game called
The last night.
The Last Night, and it's a really cool looking game. It's like I think it's a mystery, but it's like a 2.5D stylized pixel art game. But the guy comes out, the developer, and he's like a super heavy French accent. Like you can barely understand his English. And they're talking about the game, and then the host says, "All right, so I hear you want to address one of your concerns." I'm like, that's such a weird question. And like
Yeah.
that's what made me like kick back in and pay attention.
Whoa, yeah, listen.
Yeah,
to
it's
this
like,
part.
like what was he talking about here? And then the guy's next couple lines were along the lines of, "Oh, I just want to respond to some of my tweets that I said earlier this year or maybe sometime last year. I just want to apologize for what I said. That does not reflect me of the person I am, and I hope that you can see past that and just kind of see the game for what it was." And then the guy didn't like it. The host didn't acknowledge it or like say, okay, whatever. He just after that he's like, all right, so now going back to the game is like, what happens when you do this happens and this, and then they just like go right back into talking about the game. And I don't remember his name because I want to kind of look up his tweets and see what the fuck he said. But
that was weird.
Yeah.
Intel came out and talked for about, God, it felt like 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know if that's actually accurate, but they were out there talking for a while.
did Cuphead get a fucking release date?
Yes.
They get a release date.
I think this holiday?
September or
Or
later?
September.
I thought.
What are they doing?
What do you mean?
What are they doing? Get it done. Like they already had a playable. We played it.
They're a Canadian team, I think, too.
Get it done. What are you doing, guys? Christ. Unless making each individual level is very hard. But normally, like, you know, and especially in those cartoons, a lot of the assets are going to be relatively the same.
There's the Lego new
Is that
Lego
hand-drawn?
Dimensions coming out.
I don't know. That's a good question.
like Middle Earth, Shadow of War.
Holy crap, that looks good.
That does look
That
good.
that character stole the show too. Apparently, everyone loved that one orc. That was just like after you take control
That
of
one
him,
Uruk,
and he
yeah.
just becomes like super nice and friendly, and just has the greatest
That-
personality.
That Cockney British accent.
Yeah, that was so
I
good.
never finished the first one.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna play the second one?
This might entice me to go back and restart the first one again.
The first one's pretty short. If you just do story, you can rip through it in a day.
The problem, what I didn't like about the first one was the world felt too cramped. It
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
and it's just like you look around and there's just like orcs and there's just like settlements or there's whatever
They're everywhere.
everywhere. It's like I wanted this is supposed to be a vast fucking land. Like I just wanted things to be more spread out. I wanted to be able to walk a kilometer and like not see anyone. But it was like every 2 seconds I was constantly being attacked. It's like I was constantly being like looked at or whatever. And I felt like I could never just like take a breather. I was always just like on guard. And that's what I didn't like about that game. But
The Nemesis
And I
system
don't
looks
think-
really good in this one too.
I don't think they fixed that issue either in this one. It's the
What?
same.
What do you mean?
I think it's going to be a small, tight packed.
yeah, see, that's what
Well,
I
that was
yeah.
one of my questions. Was like, do we have like the various fortresses and areas you're supposed to actually capture? Is it just I can free roam within those areas, or is it going to be can I actually like walk from objective 1 to objective like 6 or
Yeah.
something?
I feel like those fortresses are separate things though that you had to load into.
It's a good question. Like they said it's open world, I think, but like how open is it? Open areas like
Yeah.
what?
But no, the Nemesis system, yeah, they're taking it further, I guess.
I'm surprised that like no other major studios like try to replicate.
Well, I wonder if
that.
they have it patented or something.
Maybe.
Or just no other game has seen fit to need to develop that, because I wonder if that takes a lot of actual programming.
I remember like IGN and them were saying a lot of like when
All
the
the
first
press
one
was going nuts over
was
it.
saying
Yeah.
like Nemesis is going to change how we like
And there's
Interact.
the first next gen game they were saying.
yeah.
But yeah, maybe it's just difficult to do.
Was that game PS4 and
Yeah.
Xbox One, or was
Yeah,
that
PS4
PS4, yeah.
Oh, shit.
relatively early in its life.
Yeah.
They updated it for PS4 Pro, and this new one is, I guess, is like one of the first games being developed for Xbox One X.
There you go.
So
Cool.
it doesn't look that good though.
Or it looks the same as the last one.
Yeah. That tends to be the case, I find. Is a game comes out and it looks fantastic, but then it quickly falls away and just becomes not great looking anymore. Like I remember the Call of Duty games used to be some of the best looking games.
And then they just kind of I don't know what happened.
It's like they just stuck with that and didn't take it any further. The
new one looks good, I'd say.
Yeah, I think they finally maybe switched it up a bit.
I don't know if there's a new engine, like a new version of the engine, I guess maybe, or I don't know. I don't know what the engine is at all, to be honest.
Anyway, that was E3 2017. We'll see you guys next year for EC.
For the E3 show.
Well,
specifically.
remember how quick this one came up? We were saying before E3 that it was like we were just watched E3 2016.
I still remember the.
Thanks for talking on the mic there. Having a cover. No, it's fine. We'll just go off air here.
God damn it.
No,
He puts his mic away and then starts talking.
I remember watching the Resident Evil, like seeing
Oh,
Resident
yeah.
Evil 7 review for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being blown away.
All right, that's it. We have some Let's Plays up on the channel. You can check that out at youtube.com/DamonPatchPodcast. Watch all those. That'd be great. And we're on the iTunes and the Google Play Music
And the YouTubes,
and YouTube
and the Twitters,
and the Twitter.
and the Facebooks, and the Instagram that isn't active.
Yep. All right. I'll see you guys.
Peace!